Day 3! We made it to day 3. Day 5, I mean, shit. Day 5! Woo! Episode 3. Today's day, we're doing human. Nice. Good, it might be an easy one. I have been working on a project all day. This is the first free moment I've had. My brain hurts. Ready to do this and then start work, I guess. So, let's do it quick. Roll a d10, boom. 1. Bard. Human bard. Nice. D20. And a wizened bard human. Okay. This is actually something... I have a character I can draw for this. Let's do that. Yeah. Boom. Oh. Welcome to the 3rd episode. December. This was a pretty drawing for me. I luckily had plenty of time to work on it. Which meant that I was able to really go off and make something I'm quite happy with. Let's introduce you to sort of a character, because it's a character I've actually made this time. The character I decided to make today is a human bard by the name of Jimmy Boncho. Jimmy Boncho kind of goes back a long way. So, he's based off of the first D&D character I ever intended to play. Now, this wasn't the first character I ever played. I being the forever DM for my group, I don't really get to play a lot as player character. But my first ever character that I made in thoughts that I was going to play them and then never ended up doing that is a version of what I have now dubbed Jimmy Boncho. I've sort of repurposed him in recent months as I'm working on a new campaign that takes place in a school. So he has become one of the teachers there. The main idea behind him is that he is a bard who has traveled the world. He's done it all. He's played for royalty, monarchs, elected officials. He is one of the best bards in all of the land. But he's kind of done it all. He's gotten older. He's not ancient, but definitely I'd say late 50s, getting towards early 60s. Of good health and looks quite good for his age, considering. But he's had quite a bit of work done as well. He's a very sort of laid-back, wise bard who just sort of spends his days now teaching his art to other people. The class he teaches at this school that he works in is a musical workshop. He is sort of not the most important of teachers, not have a massive role. In fact, you don't even need to necessarily go to his class in the sort of bard's wing school if you're studying to be a bard. He sort of offers extra help for aspiring musicians to learn from. And that's sort of my favorite part of him. He's not this sort of be-all, end-all teacher or, who you should aspire to be. He's just a man who is here because he's done it all and just wants to play his music calmly and quietly now. He's lived the entertainer life and is done with it, but afraid to help others reach their dreams. And so, as you can see, his main instrument is a banjo. He has short, or not short hair on the sides, but a long hair that goes to a ponytail throughout the middle, sort of a weird mohawk style. He is a very simple man. He does not, he was a bit flashier in his younger years, but now his eccentricity sort of stays in the back. He's more of just sort of relaxing and though he still has his personality, which can be a bit eccentric at times, he doesn't necessarily go all out electricity as he may have done. He has on him a crystal around his neck. The crystal comes from one of the men he used to play with back in the day, a older Earth Genasi fella. Sort of skin was partially crystallized, and with his skin being partially crystallized, in this sort of purple amethyst-like crystal, made it harder for him to play some instruments, especially later years. And right before he passed away, gave a piece of himself, the crystals that had grown on his skin, to Jimmy, as a sort of gift and a remembrance of a man who he thought was an excellent musician. He respected the man so much, he's kept that crystal to this day. Though Jimmy Boncho still dresses in a mostly formal manner, tucked in shirt, slack pants, he is definitely not somebody who is stuck up. He has taken the string clasping that's supposed to sort of hold up the shirt together and allows it to hang open, allowing his chest to sit out in the breeze. He rolls up his pant legs and sleeves to allow for, again, a nice breeze, and he wears open-toed flip-flops pretty much at all times. Jimmy is a character that I never got to play. Campaign I was going to play him in, or the earlier versions of him, never got off the ground. It was right at the beginning of me wanting to play D&D, one of my friends wanting to run a session that just never took off. So, just always sort of been sitting there in the back of my mind, the idea of this sort of bard who has finished being an entertainer and just wants to try something else. Originally, it was going to be that he was trying out adventuring, but now he is teaching that skill to group adventure. A couple of my friends may be watching this. Those friends, I believe I mentioned in yesterday's or the day episode about me wanting to start up a D&D campaign on the channel. He is one of the teachers I intend to train. And I would love to see, how they enjoy that character. He's a very fun character in my mind. But anyway, also for anybody wondering, he is his subclass, I would say, is most likely College of War bard. He, though he is a musician first and foremost, he does enjoy being a bit of a history buff in his pastime. Yeah. So with this, I tried to do, since I had a bit more time, just a bit better job at rendering and blending out everything. I sort of would come in with these vague ideas of shadow and highlights, and then would use Blender to. And then I would use some textured brushes to try and help bring some more things to the background, and overall, in the end, I think the way this came out is something I'm very happy with. This is going to be the official art I use for this character in my D&D campaign. So, I wanted to do a good job with it, and I think I did, and I hope you all enjoy this. I'm really looking forward to continuing this series. I've already gotten this being the third sort of episode in, and to be honest with you, I'm surprised I got this far. I kind of thought I'd quit after the first day or two, and yesterday's, or the day before's drawing, was a rough one that I was not very happy with, but, I want to get better at art, and I want to make a thing out of YouTube, and so I've got to just sort of push through. I'm enjoying that, and I've also gotten some really nice words from a few friends. Helps re-instill that confidence. You can see at the end of this, I tried messing around with like adjustment layers, just seeing if they made any difference. In the end, I end up scrapping all those. I just don't think they look good, but here is the finalized piece. Again, I hope you all enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. So,